There are many places where you can invest your hard-earned money to begin growing your wealth, but knowing where to start is over half the battle. Investing in the optimal order will save you thousands of dollars in taxes. It can be overwhelming as you learn about the different investing account types. Do you prioritize that triple tax advantage HSA? Or do you just stick all your money in your work 401k? Or perhaps you dump it into a Roth IRA? Or you could just stick it in a taxable account. And when do you prioritize paying off all this debt to your name? Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Once you understand the flow and get rolling, you'll never look back. In this video, I'll share what I consider to be the optimal order of investing your money. And while a perfect order may not be universally agreed upon, I'll point you in the right direction and give you the pros and cons of each option along the way. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Jeff Teeples, and here we aim to grow your wealth with simple, time-tested solutions. If you enjoy videos like this, please smash that like button and tell a friend. I really appreciate you. And most importantly, please feel free to drop me a comment down below with your optimal order of investing. I love to learn the opinions of other people, and that's how I continue to grow and evolve. Let's get it. Priority 1, 401k up to the employer match. Taking advantage of the employer match at your workplace is the easiest money you will ever come across in your life. You can talk to your HR department to find out details about your 401k plan. It's typical to see something like the first 4% of your contributions being matched by the company. Rolling with that example, let's say that you make $75,000 per year. If you contribute 4% of your earnings to your 401k, that would be $250 a month or $3,000 per year. In this case, your company would also put in the $250 a month or $3,000 a year. So this gets you investing $500 a month for only about $200 out of your paycheck. You do not pay income tax on your tax-deferred 401k contributions, so your paycheck will not be reduced by the full $250, but only invest up to the company match so far at this point. Priority 2, emergency fund. Establishing an emergency fund is the most important step after taking advantage of that free money from your employer. You shouldn't invest a single dollar into the stock market until you have 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved up in cash. Now you can keep this money in a high yield savings account or a money market, but it just shouldn't be at risk in the stock market. You'll want a stable base of cash before you begin to build your investment portfolio. And if you can get to the point where you have your emergency fund, you're already doing better than over half of your fellow Americans. According to a CNBC article from 2022, 56% of Americans are unable to cover an unexpected $1,000 expense with their savings. And these emergency bills will inevitably happen for all of us, and they'll lead to the vicious cycle of high credit card debt if you don't have the cash to cover the bill. Priority 3, pay off high interest debt. Now the definition of high interest debt will vary depending on who you ask. Anything over 8% needs to be paid off right away. 4 to 7% debt is that gray area that's arguable. I think that anything 6% or greater needs to be paid off right away before moving on to the next steps. And you can start this process by listing all of your debts that are over 6%. List the outstanding amount that you have and the percentage of the interest. Then you can use the snowball or the avalanche method to pay down your debt. You will make all of your minimum payments on your outstanding debt with both methods. The avalanche method has you put all extra money towards the highest interest debt, where the snowball method has you put all of the extra money towards the lowest outstanding amount of debt. Try to knock them off one at a time to build that momentum. And if you're indifferent on which method to use, I would recommend going with the avalanche method, because this will get you the most dollars to put into your real investments in the next steps. Priority 4, Roth IRA. So far, the list has been straightforward. Now we're at the point where it will depend on your situation. I'm going to go with the Roth IRA as the next priority for most people. Roth IRAs are fantastic. The contributions that you make to them are taxed at your marginal tax rate in the current year that you make them. After that, the money in your Roth IRA is never taxed again. It grows tax-free over the years, and you can withdraw it tax-free in retirement. That's the case as long as you've had the account for 5 years and you're at least 59 and a half years old when you withdraw the money. If you take the money out early, you may find yourself dealing with penalties and additional taxes. The contribution limit for a Roth IRA is $6,500 in 2023, and you can contribute an additional $1,000 if you're 50 years old or you'll be turning 50 years old in the current calendar year. And you also must have earned income in the current year for at least as much as the amount that you contribute to the Roth IRA. Roth IRAs do have income limits. If you make $153,000 or more as a single filer, or $228,000 or more as married filing jointly, you are unable to make contributions to your Roth IRA. If you find yourself above this income limit, you can consider making a backdoor Roth IRA contribution. It is imperative that you fully understand the process before deciding to do so. It can cost you a lot more than it's worth if done improperly. I have another video on this channel that will provide all the details about making backdoor Roth IRA contributions as a high earner, and I'll link that in the description below. Priority 5, health savings account. HSAs are great because they provide a triple tax advantage. Your contributions are tax deductible, the funds grow tax-free, and you can make tax-free withdrawals. However, this is only the case if you use the funds for a qualified medical expense. There are creative ways to get the full triple tax advantage out of your HSA. And any funds that aren't used for a qualified medical expense, if you happen to be blessed with great health, will be treated like a traditional IRA when you hit the age of 65. If you're in the 22% tax bracket or higher in your current prime earning years, the HSA will be a better wealth building tool than a Roth IRA in your situation. The contribution limits for 2023 are $3,850 for self-only coverage or $7,750 for a family plan. In 2024, the limits were increased to $4,150 or $8,300 respectively. You are also able to make a catch-up contribution of $1,000 in both years if you're 55 years or older. I have a video that I'll link in the description below that covers all the details you'll need to know about an HSA account if you're interested. Priority 6, max the 401k account. It's time to max out your 401k contributions for the year. And if you're in a higher tax bracket now as a high earner, you may consider doing this step before the Roth IRA and the HSA, especially if your 401k plan has good investment options. If the plan offers a low-cost S&P 500 index, for example, you may as well plow the money in there now and take full advantage of the tax deduction while you're earning a lot of money. For example, my wife and I have been in the 22 or 24% tax bracket the last many years, and we always prioritize maxing our 401k contributions and our HSA before contributing to an IRA. The point is, an HSA, a 401k, and a Roth IRA are all fantastic investing options. You'll need to analyze your tax situation to prioritize the optimal order for your investments. And the contribution limit for 401k plans are $22,500 or $30,000 if you're over the age of 50 or you'll be turning 50 this calendar year. Priority 7, taxable brokerage account. This is the default account type for most people that get excited to start investing and dive in without doing the research. It's imperative to max out the tax advantage accounts that we've discussed before moving on to this step. Now, if you still have extra money at this point, this will be a great way to continue building serious wealth. Although you don't get any specific tax advantages like the other accounts that we talked about, you can still grow your wealth by about 10% a year with a low-cost S&P 500 index. And we're talking about a 100+ year track record of producing just over 10% per year. Money that we spend buying unnecessary items that won't make us happy or stuffing under our mattress have already been taxed anyway from our paycheck, so we might as well put them to work. Priority 8, pay off low interest debt. Feel free to pay off your low interest debt, including your home mortgage, if it'll bring you peace of mind. Making extra payments on debt that's 4% or less in its interest rate will very likely cost you extra money compared to just putting that money in the market and getting the returns of the S&P 500, especially if the debt has 10 years or more remaining. But if paying off your debt is what Ramsey told you to do and it'll help you sleep at night, by all means, pay it. The information from this video should get you pointing in the right direction. There are other investing options such as real estate or opening a 529 account for your kids, but I wanted to keep each step in this video relatable for the masses. I wish you well on your investing journey. I know if you follow the steps and stick with it, you're going to make it. And check out this video right here because YouTube's AI knows exactly what you want to watch. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next Thursday. Peace.